but I'm just gonna let it roll. The biggest thing I would say more than anything is there's a richness and a love that comes from not only that press into that spirit realm, that you begin to find everything that you're meant to do, everything you were called to do, right there. And a lot of times we're looking for oftentimes we have these high expectations of getting the fireworks to happen, kind of thing, and it's like, no. A lot of times it's not the fireworks. It's small voice. It's the small voice on the inside of you that's right. Okay. You go to that zone. You go to that place where it's where you and him, you talk it out. You listen, and he begins to download. He begins to show you everything that you need to do. You begin to get schooled in the spirit, and that's something that I believe I'm gonna teach on. And I don't even know where I'm going with that, to be honest. I really don't know. But that's something that it's a discipline. It is a discipline because you have to tune out the things of this world. The things of this world crowd out all that you know you should do for him. You know, there's a lot of people out there that are listening that have been wrong voices for years, and have allowed those voices to kind of rule and reign in their life, and think, oh, that's spiritual. and yet, were you listening to a still small voice? That still voice that calls to you this day. That still small voice that is I don't know how else to say it, you know, and that's really where it's at. You know, a lot of times people will spend their whole existence trying to find the will of God for their life, trying to find everything that they're meant to be and to do, and it's like, it's a discipline. You have to practice. If you don't practice, guess what? You're never going to be great. You know, and it sounds crazy, right? But it's not. How did the greats become great? They practiced. And when it comes to the things of God, guess what? You got to practice. You can't, it's not going to happen on your own, and you're not going to wake up and, ooh, here it is. There's the plan of God for my life. You know, it's like, it doesn't work that way. I'm sorry to break it to you. That's bad news there for you. But anyway, now that we've got that out of the way, yeah. It's like you're pumped up, you know? It's like, you know, it's the truth. And that's really where it's at. You find truth in the center of and you find so much more than that. There's peace, there's joy, there's all this stuff that we all need, that we need to get through this life, to get through this world. But if you never seek after it, you never seek his face, you never seek after what he wants for you to do, you're always going to be disappointed. You know, the people in your life, those are all things that factor into it as well, and that's the thing you always have to consider. There's an environment. If you're going to want to do everything and be all that he's called you to be, there's an environment that has to be. You know, you want to go outside. You know, and you're never gonna get to where you need to be in life if you're always looking for somebody. Come on. So, I mean, that's it. That's such a word there, you know. So, I mean, that's really where it's at. You know, you wanna make a lasting impact with the people in your life and affect and impact people on a global and eternal level. Then start doing that. You know, it's a discipline. It is a discipline. It takes time. You will get there. And I could share upon words, the things that I've heard and I've seen, and we haven't seen anything yet, you know. And if you really, and I believe this all about, and I know this to be true, you know, if you spend time in this, I mean, this is no joke, this is no lie, right? No joke. It's practicing his presence. It's practice. It's practice. You're not going to get anywhere if you don't spend time. And like, I will say one thing, that when you begin to spend time, it's going to sound crazy, right? You're gonna question God. You're gonna question, is this really God? You know, I oftentimes am in the same boat. But you know what? You'll reread that, and man, it hits you like a lightning bolt. You know, it's like it hits you like a boom. You know, like a shot to your heart. You know, it's like it's so. I don't know. You know, I had a word the other day. I shared it with a friend of mine, youth pastor friend of mine or whatever, and it was like, can I steal this? I'm like, sure, go ahead. You know, but and it boils down to this: are you famous? Are you famous? You know, it's great to be famous on this earth, but are you famous in heaven? That's the key. That's the question of the day. Are you famous in heaven? You know, we go through life, we have different experiences and everything like that. And it's like God is longing and looking for people that he wants to make famous up there. You know, and it's like, I could share you the whole thing, man. It sent chills up my spine. I'm not joking. And because it was powerful, you know, and it's like, you got to get to that point where you just are like, you know what? I'm going all in. I'm all in. I'm gonna do what I'm going all the way, and make that your goal in life, you know. And I can think back. I was just reminded a few minutes ago, about 10-15 minutes ago, about a couple of friends I lost earlier this year, and both of those girls had such a rich life, full of people that really loved them, loved and appreciated and valued them for who they were. And that's something that is a blessing. That is a total blessing right there, because they value the relationships in the life that they had, you know. And so that's really all there is to it, you know. So